Welcome to Extra. I'm Joanne Hines.
And I'm Georgia Lash. Here at Extra, we bring you expanded coverage of recently broadcast features from Sun City TV.
We're entering July's countdown to fireworks with an all-out red, white, and news show this month.
Well, then it's appropriate that we start off this month's show with all the patriotism mustered on Memorial Day. Joanne?
Honoring those who sacrificed for our country, flags flew all throughout the Lowcountry. Reporter Chris Chase traveled to Bluffton's Veterans Park to attend the Bluffton American Legion Post 205's Memorial Day service. Let's watch.
This is a beautiful Veterans Park, and today, Memorial Day, is a special day. What does it mean to you?
Well, it means everything to me. Honoring and remembering those who fought for us so that we could have what we have today is something that we should all do, in my opinion, and never stop.
That's the truth. It looks like there's a lovely crowd today.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to grow here in another few minutes, but, should be 10 times bigger if you ask me.
Well, we're going to go around and talk to some of these people.
Great.
The original birthplace of Memorial Day was declared in 1966 to be Waterloo, New York. Originally called Decoration Day, from the early traditions of decorating graves with flowers, wreaths, and flags, Memorial Day is a day for remembrance of all those who have died in service of their country. From 1868 to 1970, we observed it on May 30th. Since 1971, it has been observed on the last Monday of May. James, so you live in Sun City?
Yes, I do. I've been living there since December 1999. Also, I serve with the Sun City Veterans. I'm still a member, and I serve as the adjutant 1 year.
So what are you going to be doing here today?
Today they have me singing the national anthem.
We'll look forward to hearing that.
I've done it at Sun City many, many years.
Have you?
Yes.
Well, again, James, we'll look forward to hearing you sing.
Well, I hope I don't mess it up today.
I have great faith in you.
You got more faith in me than I have in myself.
Terry, this is a beautiful turnout today. How do you feel as the commander of the post?
Absolutely overwhelmed. I mean, look at the people we got here today. It's very hot. People are just toughing it out. It's a great day to come, pay respects to those who've given their life in the ultimate sacrifice for the United States.
What's it like being a post commander?
It can be busy at times, but mine is mostly meet and greet and kiss the babies kind of job, but very rewarding.
That's a very great job. Well, we'll go back. I'll let you go because I know you got things to do today.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you all being here.
Always poignant, always.
Of course, Sun City commemorated Memorial Day as well. Georgia, you were there.
It was an overflow crowd at Magnolia Hall and Pinckney Hall for the Sun City Veterans Association Memorial Day service. The marching, the music, and a dynamic presenter, General Lloyd, aka Fig Newton, raised the patriotism level up several notches. SCTV was privileged to attend. Commander, thank you and the Sun City Veterans Association for amplifying our patriotism today to honor Memorial Day. What advice do you give us to stay on track with what this day is about? You know, we've got the bargains, we've got the barbecues. What should we be doing?
As veterans and as patriots, we should be remembering and sharing those stories of those who've passed, keeping those stories alive. Keep those folks alive. And that's important. We don't want to repeat history. Thank you.
Thank you. General Newton, it is such a pleasure and honor to have you here today. But I want you to start this off with telling us, as a veteran, what does Memorial Day mean to you?
Yeah, sure. And thanks for having me over. This is absolutely terrific. It's a real honor for me to be here as well. Memorial Day really means that we need to stop and think about all of the servicemen and women who've served, given their lives so that we can enjoy this great country and the freedoms that we have. And many times we take that lightly. Let me assure you, freedom does not come free. So this is really a solemn yet honorable day that we should take to say thank you.
You have had 3+ decades of active duty, 269 combat missions. You were a pilot, much to your mother's dismay. She was worried about the danger. And I think you've often been recognized as the barrier you broke as the first African American with the Thunderbirds. Now, what characteristics were endemic to that success and really to the success of our military?
I think, first of all, it's those basic values that my parents taught me about love of this country, and probably more than that, the relationship to those that you live with, serve with, and so on. So it was that, and I tried to live those values. Certainly, my first experience of being out of the country was when I was in Vietnam, and that's when it became very, very clear that no matter what, America is still the best country in the world. And I came back home with the thought that I would do everything within my power to make it better than what we already have.
Those words are beautiful. Thank you for inspiring us.
Thank you so very much. It's great to be here.
So we want to take this day and stop and think seriously about the blessings that these brave men and women have brought to us, the price they have paid, the ultimate price to give us this experience of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. As was mentioned earlier, the legacy of remembrance and recognition of Memorial Day started many years ago, right after the Civil War. And history tells us that no one knows exactly who was the first or where it was first started. However, we do know that South Carolina played a very important part in the early role in parades and placing flowers on graves for our fallen soldiers. According to historian David Blight, it was on May the 1st, 1865, when citizens gathered in Charleston, including 3 enslaved people, where the children and the citizens went into the street and they sang songs and they laid flowers on the graves of our Union soldiers. And then later at other places around the country, not only did they put flowers on Union soldiers, but they put flowers on the Confederate soldiers for all soldiers as well.
General Newton was so inspiring.
Well, Georgia, I heard that Sun City veterans did it again at Flag Day ceremony.
Another crowd turned out in their red, white, and blue to honor our country's most iconic symbol. From the fife and drum to our firefighters' high-flying flag, our national pride was pumped. We begin our Flag Day ceremony here in Town Center. We've got the DAR represented, our color guard, and our Sun City Veterans March Unit. Alan, this was such a beautiful ceremony. Your commander mentioned that this year it was so important for us to be educated and to really recognize our flag's value. What did you add this year that really brought that message to us?
We added quite a bit of patriotism, and the singers really help us with that. We felt that given the situation in the country today, that we need to get back to the basics, and patriotism is the start of that, we think. And we really feel that we need to get people going in that direction. It's a tough pull, but we're going to be a part of it.
I think by bringing in the daughters of the American Revolution, the sons of the American Revolution, sort of grounded us to where it all started.
Yes, they were wonderful. We met Jim Clausen just kind of by an accident, and he was more than willing to participate with us and help us. And he brought in the daughters of the American Revolution as well. So we were very, very fortunate to have those folks here, and particularly in period costume. It's just amazing. The first time I met Jim was in an executive board meeting. He came in full costume. I thought, oh my God. But he really is an impressive fella. And so was Lee. She was very impressive too, I thought.
Beautiful presentations. You got the message across. Yeah. Thank you. If you remember, Memorial Day, we were just packed with people, and today you were packed with people. Yeah. So people really appreciate the veterans' efforts.
Yes, I'm really thrilled about it. So we're looking forward to Veterans Day. Is going to be our next big event, and I started working on that, as a matter of fact, this morning. So, so we're really thrilled. Thanks, Georgia.
Okay, before we begin talking about how the Veterans Association services our residents with flags availability, we have got to give kudos to this gentleman. At the Veterans meeting, he was awarded the Dan Sullivan Award for his contributions to this association.
And that was the first time in my life that they ever caught me without a word to say.
Well, let's have some words to say. Now, again, this is your big contribution. You're a member of the Color Guard. You all inspire our patriotism. And I just saw a gentleman here buying his flag. What a service you provide. What else in terms
Dan Sullivan started that. He wanted every member of everybody that lived in Sun City to be able to fly a flag. And when he passed away, his wife started doing it. And she kept all the flag inventory in her garage. And then, unfortunately, when Mrs. Young passed away, they needed somebody to do it. My garage was a mess, and I thought, you know what? I need to reorder my garage. I made room for the inventory, and here I still am.
And that, I think, is definitely a service to you and to the community.
That's right. We just want people to be able to show how proud they are of America on their home, and everybody can drive by and know that an American lives there.
I'll tell you, you amp up the patriotism level in Sun City so much. We really appreciate you, and congratulations on the acceptance of the award.
Thank you very much. That was a big surprise.
That was quite an event. Thank you, Sun City Veterans Association. Georgia, please take us to our next story.
Juneteenth, a federal holiday since 2021, celebrated annually on June 19th, commemorates the ending of slavery in the United States. SCTV was inspired and educated about this holiday by Book Club Chapter 5. Let's start with learning about their club's perspective. We are here with Book Club Chapter 5, and they are celebrating and commemorating a very special event, Juneteenth. We're going to be hearing from some of their members about how they feel about this most important federal holiday, Juneteenth. Dr. Fox, you are the president of Book Club Chapter 5. Tell us about the specific focus your book club has.
Well, Chapter 5 is called the African American Experience. We cover various topics related to African American experience, whether it be not just literature, but also sports, civil rights, the new histories, because a lot has happened in the past 5 years. Chapter 5 is one of 5 book clubs. I actually am the president of all the book clubs at this time. The 5 or 6, and Chapter 5 is one of the largest, actually is the largest, with 65 members. Chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4, they vary in how they're managed, but they're independent clubs under the chapter umbrella. More about the club. We have a meeting every fourth Monday. We meet here at Riverbend generally, and we have a book selection committee that helps us pick books about 6 months in advance. So I think that's it for Book Club Chapter 5 and the book clubs overall.
I think you're ending on a beautiful note for the season with a celebration of Juneteenth. Thank you for letting us come in.
Thank you for coming.
Inez, you're a member of Book Club Chapter 5. What has this experience meant to you?
The book club, when I was looking for a book club, I looked at this one because I felt I had a lot of book knowledge but not enough experience. And when I went to the first meeting, I was amazed at the choice of books that was expanding our knowledge, but also at the responses of the other members. It's a mixed club, people of all different backgrounds, and it has been a very enriching experience for me. That's something that you don't get as much as in other reading groups that I have been.
Book Club Chapter 5 has a different perspective than other book clubs. Why did you join? What's been your experience?
I purposely picked or selected among book clubs to join this one because I really wanted to understand more about not only my history that I learned, but the Black experience here in the United States and their history. And we've not only read books about the life, the experiences of the Black people, but we've had an opportunity to meet and talk with others from our community, whether they're white or Black. And it's just been an enriching experience that I've had. And I think it, I feel like it gives me an opportunity to add to my talks and my experiences with my grandchildren, to have them understand more about our country and what has been the mix of people. We are a country of many, many ethnic groups, many colors and so forth, and really to integrate that into their lives. So it's a personal thing for me, but it's also something that I can pass on now.
A quote from Desmond Tutu may say it best: "My humanity is bound up in yours, for we can only be human together." Juneteenth offers an opportunity to share our realities with each other. Let's listen as a few of the book club's members shared their Juneteenth thoughts.
And today, June 3rd, we're celebrating Juneteenth. Juneteenth is generally celebrated on the 19th of June, and it commemorates the day when slaves in Texas first found out that they were freed. Needless to say, that became a big thing. Juneteenth had not been celebrated widespread up until about 4 to 5 years ago, when there are many people who found out that in the Black communities we were celebrating. They became interested in Juneteenth, and here we are now. We're having international celebrations. But something recently just happened to me which inspired me so much in relationship to our ancestors having been enslaved. I recently came across a death certificate for my great-great-grandfather who was born in Charleston. As it turned out, the address that he lived at the time was listed on his death certificate, as well as the place where he was buried. Unbeknownst to me, my grandfather was a member of Mother Emanuel Church in Charleston. So hence, me and my family, we went out to find out where his gravesite is in Charleston, and if possible, where he actually lived in Charleston. What an experience. My kids and I, we had such a great day. We found the house that he lived in. We did not find his burial site, but we're going back another day so that we can discover exactly where Henry B. Coate is buried in Charleston.
I joined the book club when I first arrived here in Sun City, but not when the book club was formed. I took care of my mother for 16 years and now decided to remain in Sun City because my mother turned 102 and told me stories of history I had not known. When I came to the Book Club 5, this club talked about a lot of history that was mine and history that I did not know. And I'm so fortunate that Juneteenth has become a part of this book club because I had not heard of Juneteenth when I grew up in segregation. It was only when I moved to the North in New York that I learned there was a thing called Juneteenth. And as a teacher in New York, I found out that there were things to learn about this organization, Juneteenth, the history. The book club has afforded many opportunities of historical pluses, misses, and learning and desires. I have been involved in reading so much that I already knew and learning about the things that I didn't know. It has been exciting, and it actually provides an opportunity for people of diverse backgrounds to share our history with each other in a way that is so respectful and caring.
Hardy, you have an experience you're bringing to this Juneteenth celebration. You grew up, born, family involved in a freedom town. Explain what that really means.
After the Civil War, when it wasn't Andrew Johnson, he tried to take the land back. The 40 acres and a mule came around, and then there were blacks who started towns and villages of their own. The central feature always was a church. Somehow they built a church somewhere in the wooded area away from the main population, and then people began to purchase land around that church. So the freedom towns came into existence. I'm glad you used the phrase freedom town, because we were taught down in East Texas, don't use freedman's village. That means someone freed you. It was not of your own volition.
That's such a distinction. And again, clarifying our awareness, helping us to grow. That experience and knowing that you've had that geographical connection, has that affected how you feel on Juneteenth?
It has. It has. I'm ambivalent about my feelings because on one hand, yes, it is a celebration. But on the other hand, remember being from Texas, we were somewhat miffed that we had to find out 2 years later that the Emancipation Proclamation had been passed. I grew up about 80 miles from Galveston, Texas, and that's when the Northern ship came in and told the people that they were free. We somehow don't like that as much because it seems to be, something that should not have happened.
How wonderful for the book club, Chapter 5, to share that with us.
Now, on to our favorite segment, Extra Special, Cue the Sparklers. To get you prepped for July 4th, we look back at some of our Independence fun, including some co-host blooper moments. Well, we are celebrating the 4th on the 5th because we have special visitors here today.
That's right, Georgia. We have all the visiting children here to enjoy Kids Day.
Okay, and there is a lot going on, so we're treating them like VIPs, or I guess maybe we should say VICs, very important children, because we've got bouncy houses, we've got an inflatable axe throwing, we've got face painting, ice cream, and the water slide.
I'm going to go in the water. That looks great.
Okay, we have a job to do, Joanne. We're going to talk to the children enjoying the water slide.
Then can I go on the water slide?
I'm going to push you in the water slide.
Can you tell me your name?
I'm Peyton.
And who are you here visiting, Peyton?
My Gammy and Poppy, and Mimi and Gramps.
Oh, you have a lot of live here. Okay. So what have you been doing to have fun here in Sun City?
Well, I love visiting my grandparents, and this is really fun. I just went down the slide twice, and it was really fun.
Are you going to go get your face painted?
Probably.
and then some ice cream?
Yes, definitely.
Did you throw the axe yet?
No, I did not.
Are you going to?
Yes.
Thank you so much, honey. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Naomi.
And who are you here visiting, Naomi?
My Grammy and my grandpa.
And you're here in Sun City having fun today?
Mm-hmm.
And what have you done to have fun in Sun City?
I had fun because I went to the pool, and today, what is happening right now is Kids Day.
And have you done the water slide?
Yeah, I done both of the water slides.
And are you going to go have your face painted?
No.
No face painting for Naomi? How about some ice cream?
No.
No ice cream either?
Well, maybe I'll play some games, and maybe I'll do stuff and play games.
Well, thank you, Naomi, for speaking with us.
You're welcome.
Hey, Sophia.
Hey.
How are you doing today?
Good.
Now, will you tell everybody who you're visiting?
I'm visiting Grandma and I'm visiting Grandma.
Grandma. And you said that you live in a state that I really like. So tell everybody, where did you visit from?
I was born at Alaska, and now I was going to Iowa, and now I'm going to Georgia.
And I told you that's my name, so I really like that state. Now, you're out here having fun today. Did you go down the water slide?
Yes.
Was it scary?
Yes.
It was. Do you think I would be scared if I went down?
Yes.
I want to say goodbye to everybody. And
goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, this is going to be good. Oh, it's time to chill, but not that much. Okay, this looks like it's going to be so much fun. And just, no.
Whoa.
Oh, here we go! Here we go! Oh, here we go! Woo! Oh, here we go! Wow! Good.
What kind did you get?
Get ready. I know. Wait.
Uh-oh. Sorry.
We're on.
I know.
Okay. All right. Well, we have had a fun day today. So many kids here. So much to do. And now it's time for us to just chill
out. Well, that's extra for July. We hope you enjoyed the food, flags, fun, and fireworks. Thanks for watching.
You can always catch us on cable and on our YouTube station, where we invite you to subscribe for easy viewing.
Happy birthday, America!